Good. Time to go now inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood. With us, as always, is Dax Holt. Good morning, Dax.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, we were talking about Michael Jackson this morning because the circle is kind of closing in on Dr. Conrad Murray now. What's the latest?
You know, it's not even only just Conrad Murray. It's like every medical professional that worked on Michael over the last couple of years, they are just going after. The coroner showed up to his former nurse's office yesterday. We found out earlier this week they showed up to an anesthesiologist's office. And yesterday, the DEA raided Dr. Conrad Murray's office in Houston. And I mean, there was like dozens of DEA officers that showed up. I mean, they're looking for anything they can get their hands on. They're seizing all medical records they can find on Michael Jackson. They really want to know the answers, what people were prescribing him, and you know, what was the ultimate cause of his death and how he was getting it. And, you know, talking to this nurse yesterday, we did a little interview with her, and she said, you know what, I thought I got him off of the Diprovan. I thought he had stopped using it. He asked me for propofol. I wouldn't give it to him. So it's just interesting to see now, you know, what happened after she stopped working with him. Yeah, we're going to have to check back in with you guys when, as this investigation continues. In the meantime, I understand that Lebron James was at camp, and is it true that a kid dunked on him? Yeah, he was having this skills camp, and this was a couple weeks ago, and this kid, he was 20 years old, he's from Xavier University, his name is Jordan Crawford. He gets the ball and just dunks it right in LeBron's face. But here's the interesting thing, is that day, Nike went around and confiscated all the videotape footage of the dunk from everyone that was there, and just kind of tried to hide the whole incident. So it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but the fact that they took everyone's tape, you know, blogs started going nuts about it, everyone wanted to see this videotape. We finally got our hands on it, and you see him, he comes around and just dunks it right in LeBron's face.
Now, Dax, why do you think
it's pretty good.
Why do you think Nike would do that?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't want to have one of their big stars, you know, getting showed up by a 20-year-old. Either way, you know, if it would have just got out there, I think people would have had a couple laughs and moved on, but because they went and, you know, tried to hide all the evidence, then it's made it a pretty big deal. Any
word that maybe this 20-year-old is going to get scouted for something?
Well, I hear he's already a big prospect for a lot of, you know, big major league. Sorry, I can't talk right now. It's so early out here. But for some of the big teams across the nation, so I think he's already, you know, under people's microscope. But this just steps him up even one more notch. Yeah,
very cool for him, I guess. Hey, I wanted to also ask you before we have to let you go, what's the latest with Paula? Because I know that you know, there was this back and forth between Idol and her camp, kind of saying, is she going to be back? Is she not going to be back? What have you heard?
Well, I heard she's holding out for some money. You know, I think she found out how much Ryan Seacrest is making, that $45 million for 3 years, and she wants a little piece of it. You know, we hear that she makes around like $2 to $3 million, and so she's going to hold out. But she'll get a little bit. However, we caught Ryan Seacrest out and asked him, well, do you want Paula back? He's like, oh my God, yes. I would pay for Paula's lunch every single day if she comes back. I'm like, that kind of sucks.
It's a nice gesture. All right, Dax. Well, thanks. And
yeah, he's not forking over his.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, he's not forking over any of his cash.
Yeah. I'm not going to give her $1 million, but I'll buy her lunch every day. Dax Holt, thanks so much. You can, of course, catch TMZ TV right here on Fox Providence at 4:30. And for more information on any of our stories, just head to our website, foxprovidence.com.